Hello students, now you have got geography lecture and yesterday we seen this diagram, this sample we have seen. So, this sample that is a sample of star Bada that is 7 by 12 and we have seen a sample of property card. Now today I'll start explaining. So in your textbook, come to page number 37. So we'll see what you mean by 7 by 12 extract. Under land utilization, how you are going to use the land, that is called land utilization. We have seen how land is put to different uses. We have seen so far how land is used for different purpose, like for pasturing land, planned cities, grassland, then commercial land, transport land use we have seen. Land registration in this context is done under the revenue department. So where it is done, revenue department. Revenue department means what? Collection of your taxes of the government. All the information about the registered land can be obtained from the revenue department in the 7 by 12 extract. Let us get some information about this. Let us try to understand what you mean by 7 by 12 extract. One can get to know under whose ownership the land is from the 7 by 12 extract. So if you see this 7 by 12 extract, you will come to know the who's the ownership of the land. And this 7 by 12 extract is mostly seen in rural areas. The extract is a record kept by the Public Revenue Department, serial number 7 and 12. So this is the serial number 7 and 12. So the name is been given as 7 by 12 extract. Are distinctive sections of the law pertaining to the ownership of the land, means who's the owner of the land. The 7 by 12 extract is a kind of mirror about the land. Why it is said mirror about the land? All information. You who's the owner of the land, how much land is there. So all information is given. This is because just by reading the extract setting in one place, one can get complete information about the piece of land without actually going there. So without actually seeing the land, all the information is being recorded over here and we'll come to know who's the owner of the land and how much property he is owing. Then the register of the revenue department records the details of the ownership right of the family, status of debts. Debts means whether he's taken money or no, and loans, transfer of ownership, and the area under different crops. So what crops is going to grow on that land. Village form Village form number 7 and village form number 12 are combined to prepare a 7 by 12. So you have to fill form number 7 and form number 12 and that combined is called as 7 by 12 extract. Hence, it is termed as 7 by 12 extract. These villages forms are available with the talati of every village. So who has got this form? These forms are with the talati, who's the village worker who comes under government. Every village for land and revenue collection purpose. Now, how is a 7 by 12 extract read? Occupant class 1 means the land over which ownership right. Suppose who's the owner of the land? We come to know by this occupant class are available through generation. This is ancestral property. Ancestral property means what? The property which is belonging from our forefathers till now. Occupant class 2 means the land given by the government to marginal farmers. Now, for whom the land is given by the government to do farming or landless people. Such land can be sold, leased, pledged, given as charity or transferred only with the sanction of the district collector. So this land can be sanctioned only by the district collector, and that comes to known as occupant class 2. Now we have got occupant class 1. What do you mean by occupant class 1? Who's the owner of the land from generation? And occupant class 2 means what? If the district collector this is a land given by the government to the farmer, those who are landless people. Now, below the under assessment, the amount of tax levied on the land is given in rupees or paise. In other rights, the name of the other joint holder are included. So, who's going to be the joint holder? Even his name is been attached. This also shows the status of loans taken for agriculture and whether they have been repaid or not. So this 7 by 12 form shows how much money or what loan is taken for agriculture and whether they have been repaid or no, whether the loan is been given back or no. Now next thing, property card. Ownership of non-agricultural land. What do you mean by non-agricultural land? The land is not used for agricultural purpose. It's recorded on the property card. This document showing ownership right and the area of the property is made from urban land record. It has the following information. What is there? City, survey number. Okay, survey number is there. Plot number, amount of tax, how much tax you are paying for this land, area of the property assessed, right to assess, etc. So all these details are given in the property card. Now look at this next figure. What this next figure tells us? Can you tell? See in your textbook. Can you tell? Okay, it's on your page number 40. Now see here, which are land use of 1990-91 that show a decline in 2010-11. What could be the reason for this? Now look at this figure. Okay, now here they are giving to you 1990, 91 and 2020, 21. Okay, now first question. Which are the land use of 1990-91 that shown a decline in 2010-11? What could be the reason for this? Now, what will be the reason? Let us see what can be the reason. Pasture land shows a decline. Okay, now see, we have got, see here you have got, see in the figure, we have got forest land. See that color is going to use blue, then orange land shown the color non-agriculture, and gray land color is shown as a pasture, then yellow color shows a other non-agricultural. Okay, then again we have got some different color fallow land, and we have got green color total agricultural land. Now what this question tells us, which are the land use of 1990-91 that shows a decline in 2010-11? What could be the reason? Now look at this bar, what they've shown of 1990-91 and 2010-11. Pasture land shows a decline. See, pasture land. This is your pasture land shows a decline. This could be due to the development. This land must have been brought under construction for building homes, offices, and extras here. Pasture land is showing very less. And what is the reason? Because the land is used for construction, for building homes, offices, etc. Second question. Which type of land use is maximum? What would be the impact of this on India's environment? Okay. Total agriculture land use is maximum. See what is being used over here? Agriculture land. Agriculture land use is maximum. Total agriculture land. See agriculture land is use maximum, which is shown green in color. Due to this, India would become self-sufficient in production of food grains and shall also be able to export to other countries. See, as you know, India is an agricultural country, so most of the land is used for agricultural purpose. Next question. Can a decline in the area under agriculture be equated with a food shortage? Yes. As the percentage of cultivable land decreases, the quality of produce also decreases as there remains less available land for cultivation. So, land for cultivation remains less. Now, factors affecting land use. Now, what are the factors affecting land use? You have got rural land use and you have got urban land use. Now, what is this? Climate, then soil, how the soil is, type of slope, irrigation facilities, how what available of water, natural resource and government policies. Whereas in urban land use, we have got location and site, natural resources, housing development policies, transportation, industrialization, trade and commerce, playgrounds and entertainment facilities, and government policies. So, all these things are factors which are affecting land use. Now, look at the next diagram. Okay, see here. Okay, we have given over here. Look at the diagram carefully. Area under crops. How much is that? 56.8%. Area under forest. 16.9%. Non-agricultural land. Non-agricultural land which is not used for agriculture. 10.2%. You have got grazable and cultivable fallow, that is 7.9%, and fallow land is 8.3%. All this we have seen. Study the given figure and answer the following questions. Now look at this figure. What is the percentage of land suitable for cultivation? Now what is the percentage of land suitable for cultivation? Only 7.9% is the percentage of land suitable for cultivation. Second question. What is the percentage of barren land? Barren land means what? Where nothing is grown. That is called your barren land. So where is the barren land over here? Here. Only 8.3% is the percentage of barren land. Next question. What is the percentage of land under forest in Maharashtra? So in Maharashtra here, what is the percentage of land under forest in Maharashtra? So we have got how much over here? 10.2% the percentage. No, sorry. Next, what is the percentage of land under forest in Maharashtra? So we have got 16.9% is the percentage of land under forest in Maharashtra. 16.9% area is under forest. Last question. What is the percentage of non-agricultural land in Maharashtra? So we have got 10.2 here. 10.2% is the percentage of non-agricultural land in Maharashtra. So students, hope so. We have understood land use, what the difference between a property card and 7 by 12 extract. Then we have seen what are the factors affecting land use. All these things we have discussed in this chapter. Hope so students, we have understood this lesson, land use. In next geography lesson, we will do a revision of this chapter. Thank you.